The man never expected that the Minotaur race in this other world would be so huge. The shelters he rushed to build were completely unusable for them, so he had no choice but to let them stay in the inn's main hall. And it wasn't just the Minotaurs. Other races also wanted to move in. A war had broken out in the Magic Kingdom, and refugees were everywhere. But the Centaur race acted extremely arrogant. They claimed to be nobles of their nation and demanded the best treatment. What they didn't realize was that anyone in Jack's village was someone they couldn't afford to offend. Even the person handling reception was the daughter of a count, while she herself was just a servant of a noble family. The next second, Linda quickly knelt down to apologize. Seeing this, Jack said he wasn't angry at all. He then arranged housing for the Centaurs, but the same houses still didn't suit them, so he had to temporarily send them to stay in a distant dungeon. Just as Jack was wondering what to do with the newly built houses, a third group of refugees arrived. On the surface, they looked like young women, but they were actually rare dryads. They could transform into plants to avoid attacks from monsters. Their homeland had been destroyed by human logging, so they were searching for a new place to live. One day, they heard about Jack's village from a merchant and rushed there right away. After learning they had come all this way, Jack planned to prepare food for them, but the dryads declined. They had seen the fruit that merchants brought from the village. Soil that could grow such amazing produce was exactly what they needed. They immediately began photosynthesizing on Jack's land. Watching this, Jack suddenly realized he hadn't arranged housing for them yet. Luckily, the newly built houses were perfect for them. However, the dryads said they only wanted to live outside in the sunlight. Jack didn't know what to do. That night, the dryads stood in a row. To Jack's surprise, they could blow on their own. Soon after, Jack learned that another group of homeless refugees was coming. This time, the number was in the hundreds. The current village simply couldn't hold them, so he decided to build a new one. First came choosing a location. There happened to be a clear landmark nearby, so the site was quickly decided. Next was transportation. They needed to clear the forest to build a road. The lizard men and elves offered to lead the way, but the trees were incredibly tough. They couldn't cut them down at all. Seeing this, Jack stepped in personally. He took out the all-purpose farming tool granted by the gods. With a single swing, the trees fell instantly. But cutting trees wasn't enough. There was also a river between the two places, so they needed to build a wooden bridge. Jack finished it quickly. The bridge wasn't very wide, on purpose, to prevent large monsters from crossing. Although the new village wasn't far from water, they couldn't keep fetching it every time, so they diverted water from upstream into a reservoir they had dug in advance. With the water problem solved, it was time to build houses. After all, they needed places for people to stay, but there were too many houses to build this time. He couldn't do it alone, so he prepared all the materials according to the blueprints, and everyone worked together to assemble them. Since some of them could use magic, construction sped up significantly. Before long, the village was complete, but to his surprise, the refugees arrived earlier than expected. He had planned for everything except one thing: their size. The houses were simply too small for them.